Hi everyone, my name's Helen Knight, and today I'm going to be interviewing one of our amazing clients, Kevin Brown. Kevin has decided to focus on helping lawyer firms, and he's had some amazing wins already. So I'm looking forward to sharing his experience with you today. Uh,
Hey, good morning.
hey, how are you? How's
I'm
things?
doing good.
Great, lovely to see you, and
Oh,
excited to ask you lots of questions if that's okay.
sure. We'll do my
Yeah,
best
so
to answer them.
obviously I want to just share your experience with everyone about how you've got on so far on the program. Is that okay?
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so obviously you've only been with us a short while in the group, which is really
hmm
exciting. That's why I asked you to hop on today, just to share how you've been getting on. So is it all right if you start just by explaining what the situation was and how you were
Right.
feeling? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think it's been a couple of years where I saw you on LinkedIn. I saw you posting, and what you were saying really resonated with where I was at in my business at the time. So then we started interacting a little bit. I started liking your posts and just really liked what you were saying. It really resonated with me. So then we finally entered into a business relationship where it's a coaching relationship, and that has been outstanding for me so far.
Great.
And I think what it has done for me is, I've been in business for 11 years, so I'm not, new to this, but I had gotten by on referrals and just basic generic leads for a long time, and it worked out pretty well up until a couple of years ago, and it slowed down suddenly. Didn't know how to handle that. So, what your coaching and system provided was a system and process for not finding leads, but attracting them. And that was a big win for me. That just changed my perspective on how I need to run my business. And I was fishing in all the wrong ponds, and finally I found my niche, and I'm starting to get traction now, and I'm blown away by that. I
Oh.
yeah, almost can't believe it. It's just kind of a weird, mindset shift. It's like, wow, this is actually working, and I don't know why, but
Oh, it's so exciting because I do remember you sort of talking to me every now and then on LinkedIn before you started the program, and I kept thinking, oh, he would do so well. I just remember thinking how well I was like, oh, and obviously I tried to get you on a call a few times. I think we did have a couple of calls, didn't we, before you decided to
we
go
did.
for it. And I know you got quite a lot on your plate already. So yeah, what was it that really made you go for it in the end, do you think? What made you sort of go, oh, come on, I need to just do it.
Yeah, I just kept hitting the wall. Old habits, old patterns, mindset, stuff that I've just known for most of my life
Yeah.
that wasn't working in business. And I know I needed a change. So I just decided to take the leap, and I had to do something. So this
Yeah.
is, what I decided to do, and I'm so glad I did.
Great, great. Yeah, I'm really excited for you because I know you've been doing amazingly well. And we'll dive into that in a minute. I just wanted to, yeah, obviously for people watching, this isn't like the first thing you've ever done either, is it? You've tried lots of things before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you share a little bit about that? Because I know you
hmm
don't have to say what it is, but like, yeah, like
Right.
tried lots of sort of similar things, or yeah, what have you tried before?
Yeah, so in 2016, I'd started with a coaching group, and that group just it really expanded. It got really large, and it was hard to really find my space in that group. Hard to get individual attention. You know, Great group of people. I think everything that they were doing was done well, very professionally. And I'm still in touch with those people. And we speak every couple of weeks with a couple of people, and they're friends, and that's great. But I needed something that was just a little bit smaller for me. I needed that personal attention, conversations. I needed, space to answer, no, to ask questions and have those answered, and just kind of that accountability. And I wasn't really getting that. And there was nothing wrong with that program. It just wasn't suited for me.
Mm.
And so when I started reading your posts and just watching your videos and hearing what you were saying, I'm like, this is the fit that I need. This is what I needed. So yeah, that's why I moved forward.
Amazing. And what would do you think is like the main things you found like the most helpful straight away? What would you say? Apart from obviously we do make sure everyone gets individual attention as well, but is Yeah.
right? I think, a lot of it was just, I mean, you've proven yourself. You've showed what you've been through. This is not a just a new thing for you. You've been coaching for a long time, and you demonstrated your experience, your expertise, and so that was helpful. That was just kind of a no-brainer for me. It's like, okay, she's done this before, and she's helped lots of people, so that helps a lot. So that made it easy. Yeah, it just I think your personality and just and how you resonate with people, and I'm a I'm an introvert too, so it's just like I know you said you were, and it's like wow, you've made it through, you pushed through, you don't have any problems talking to people, and um I come out of a music background. I have 2 degrees in music, and I've missed that. But it was like my voice was playing my trumpet, and I didn't really have to speak much. I really never really developed that skill to just ask people questions and have conversations. It was just like sit down, play my trumpet, do my part, and then go home, That was it. And I was comfortable. I was very, very comfortable with that. But it only got me so far. And so, developing those skills to have those conversations. So the modules in the program show exactly how to do that. And I was like, okay, this is great. I need this. And it's so helpful.
Oh, that's so good to hear. And yeah, I was such a big introvert. I was always, when I was younger, I was always a lot more anxious as well. And I just found it really hard to talk to anyone. So yeah, I feel like I've come a long way. And it's
Hmm.
great that it's other people are seeing that and they're like, oh my goodness, if she can do it, I can do it. Yeah, it's great. And same with video. I mean, you're so good on video. I can't believe how good
Oh,
you
thank you.
are. You're amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Really, really good. And some people I've had on the program sometimes like refuse to do video. They're like, I am not doing video. I'm like, okay, it's totally up to you.
Hmm.
Like, I'm not pushing
Yep.
you, but it's a really good thing to like to try and encourage yourself to do those things, to get out your comfort zone and just try it for yourself. Like you don't even have to post it, just give it a go.
Yep.
And it's like the first step. And for some people, that's so scary. It's like so far out of their comfort zone, they just can't do it, which is obviously always a little bit hard, especially when they've done amazingly well on the program and I want them on a video
Right.
as well. It's always tricky. But yeah, I think everyone's on their own journey and you have to do things when you're ready to do them. You can't force people to do things they don't want to do. So yeah,
Right.
and you can still
It
do
was
really
that
well. Yeah.
it was overcoming that fear of being judged or criticized or having somebody else, refute what you're saying. And, it was just getting past all that. And, it took a little while to do that. Now it's like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what they think or what they say. That's not who I'm talking to. That's not who I'm trying to help. And
Yeah.
that's what it comes down to. It's not about me. It's about helping those clients of mine and just being there to serve them.
Yeah, that's a perfect attitude. Well done. Yeah, absolutely. It's not about us, it's about who we're trying to help. It's the message,
Yeah.
it's what it's going to do for their business. Yeah, brilliant. Okay. And how has the course so far affected other things in your life at the minute? So obviously it's having a good effect on gaining clients and it's up to you how much you want to share about that as
Mm.
well.
Yeah, it's an anxiety reducer, I would say, because I'm not getting up every day just wondering what I'm going to do, what kind of mess I'm walking into. It's like my day is already kind of planned out. Now, life happens, business happens, I get it, but there's a plan there, and that helps to know that when I wake up, it's like, okay, I know what I'm doing. I have things scheduled from the night before, and it's like you have goals. I have a 1 year, 5 year, and 10 year goals. And so I work on trying to get those trainings worked into those goals and seeing how they can help me move forward.
Yeah, amazing. Perfect. And you keep sending me the most lovely messages on WhatsApp telling me all these exciting things that are happening. And I keep wanting to share them with everyone. Because it's like every 5 minutes you've got a win. So do you mind sharing some of the wins you've had so far and how things are progressing on that side?
Sure. So, I've had some clients I've had for a long time, and I just right now, or it has been for a long time, just a website maintenance kind of a relationship. I'm just taking care of their website and maintaining things, and never really had any conversations about. So, what are you guys doing? What are your goals? What do you want to do? And you're in business, you're busy, so just starting those conversations. And I never would have done that a few years ago, even 2 years ago. Now it's like I'm reaching out to them because I know I can help them. They're not all in my niche, and that's okay, but that is developing. So, an independent insurance company, he's been my insurance agent for 20 years, and he just absolutely loves what we're doing. To his site, he's like, we're just getting lots of calls, lots of leads, and he wants to expand into other states around Nebraska. And so I'm actually going to package that up and talk to him about it today. But he already said, he goes, whatever it is, we're just going with you and I just trust you and like what you've done. So, that's a huge confidence booster. And it took me years to really, reach out to him. And now it's like he's just ready.
That's brilliant.
Um,
Amazing.
yeah. And others in my space, I got a lead through my social media channel, through Instagram, from an attorney. And so we're going to be doing some work with them, probably starting in May. But it's a great project and we've had great conversations. And so that's been a lot of fun. And there are others, they just keep kind of coming in. And, honestly, for the last 8, 9 months, it's just been crickets. It's been so quiet.
Oh,
But I've been posting regularly. I've been very consistent. Being consistent is so important. That's one of the most important things that I'm learning.
mm,
Just do it. Just do it on a consistent basis. Even if you think it's not reaching anybody, it
mm,
is. Even if they're not clicking or interacting, there is a front of mind effect. They see it. They
yeah.
may not always interact, but they see it. And then when they do interact, they've probably seen your stuff a dozen or more times.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done. Yeah, that's great. And I think your reach and everything has really improved. I think you mentioned the other day you get hitting a lot more people than you were before.
Yes, my traffic numbers are way up. I got a couple leads last week through my website, which honestly I just haven't had many come through my website. So I'm actually meeting with them tomorrow. I'm meeting with another agency on Wednesday to see how we might be able to work together because they've been seeing my stuff and hey, I like what you're doing and they're good people. I've known them for a while, but they want to touch base and just talk about some
Yeah.
possible business opportunities.
Great, great. So it's having an effect on obviously people that have been sort of watching your progress and how you're improving your online presence and people that have been sort of always there, but then other people as well, new people that are reaching
Right.
out. So yeah,
Yes.
that's great.
Yeah.
So exciting. Oh, I'm really, really pleased for you because I know for a little while, before we sort of decided to work together, I know things were up and down a lot and you were struggling.
Yeah.
So yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Amazing shift. And that's not long, is it?
Yeah.
I think, did you start in January? I think you started in January.
Yeah. January. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we're on the 23rd of March. So, yeah, you've done
Yeah.
incredibly well. You should
Thanks. Thank
give
you.
yourself a massive pat on the back. Yeah.
I
Yeah. Brilliant. Really, really good. So,
appreciate
yeah.
that. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And yeah, I'm just really excited for you because a lot of people say to me, "Oh, how long does it take to see progress?" Well, it's down to the individual. And, I work
Right.
with a lot of people. Some are in the group, some are work with one-to-one. Some of them really throw themselves in and want to get through it really fast and really get there
Hmm.
and start seeing wins and people wanting to connect and people wanting to talk to them and more, clients coming in. And some people are in a really comfortable position. I was just talking about this with another guy just now, actually. Some people are in
Hmm.
a really comfortable place in life, which is great for them, but
Right.
they're not really focused on their goal enough because they're in a comfortable situation. There's no urgency there. So, yeah, those people, it's going to
Yeah.
take them a bit longer, but it's totally up to them. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so
I think it was December, maybe no, October, November of last year.
mm,
I really hadn't had any goals. I didn't have a vision board. I didn't have anything planned out.
mm,
And I was just thinking, I was listening to somebody else on TikTok who's it doesn't matter. He's just a neat guy that talks a lot about vision boards and just dreaming and just thinking bigger and
mm,
putting processes in place. So I started thinking about that, and that's what I did. So I put that together, and then it was like, okay, I have my dream board, I have my vision planned out, 1 year, 5 year, 10 year plan. Now I need a roadmap, and that's when you came along. It's like this is the roadmap. This is how I'm going to get there, and I still feel it's very early. I've had some early wins, and it just feels great. But I'm just really excited to, where am I going to be in a year from now? And I just feel such confidence and in the ability to activate on this program, just take it into action and apply what I'm doing, just be consistent with it and just keep moving forward.
amazing. Yeah, amazing. So, are you planning to grow a small team or what are you thinking in the future?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been me, and I've been using contractors for 11 years. I have great people that I work with. I have a content team in Ireland, actually, that I work with, and they're fantastic, and I love working with them. So I want to keep using them.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think like the executive assistant, that sort of help is what I'm looking for. I hope
yeah,
in the next year I can find somebody to do that, to be my second brain
amazing.
and to help me with that.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Oh, fantastic.
Mm.
One of my other clients actually was more one to one. He just managed to get two big projects and had his first project manager. So that's really exciting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really exciting. So,
Yeah.
and they're big companies as well, which is fantastic. So,
Hmm.
yeah, but he said, you know, once he narrowed down more to the right types of clients, it just came so much easier.
Hmm.
A lot of people resist that, don't they? A lot of people are like, oh,
Yes.
I don't want to narrow down. It's like, oh gosh, it's sometimes it's just hard for people that have never done it before. They think it's going to be a disadvantage. They think, oh, that means I can't work with these types of companies or these types of companies, but they can. It just means that your ideal client needs to be the one you talk about the most, the one that you understand the most, the ones that you
Right.
date with, the people you try to serve the most. You know, you've actually tailored something that fits them really well.
Mm.
So yeah, and most of the time, you know, people once they do it, they just go, "Oh God, I'm so glad I did it." Once they've actually done it and they start to see the results, but I don't know what it is, like the fear of like making that decision. It's really tough for some people.
It's, th there is a fear of success, I think.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Like
Mm.
to explore that a little bit more and just see why that is. But there is that. I've seen that in myself, and I've seen that in other people too, other small businesses.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think there is, and
Yeah.
yeah, I think sometimes it is like I think I've described it in a few different ways, but the one I like the most is that I actually did a skydive when I was 18, and it reminds me of that. It's like, okay, if I'm gonna go for something in life, you've just got to trust the person that's guiding you, like the guy that I
Right.
was strapped to on a tandem skydive. I just gave him my life basically and went, right, come on, let's go for it. And that's what it's like when you grow in a business and you've got to trust people to help you and guide you that can
Mm.
help you do things in the right way.
Right.
And it is scary. There's no way around it. You're going to be a little bit nervous about it, but sometimes you just have to go for it and go, do you know what? There's loads of other people doing amazingly well with this. Let's go for it.
Right. What is it? That was the saying, fear is false evidence appearing real.
That's it. No, you're
You
right.
know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. And it is, it really is. We
Yeah.
make up so much in our own heads sometimes, don't we? Just
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
It is.
It's an exciting journey.
It
Really
is.
exciting. So with the program so far, what would you say has been, I don't know, is there anything else that comes to mind that you found really helpful or anything you want to share really that you're doing in the program at the minute that's exciting for you or
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the weekly calls and that it's a small group because you're able to be heard, able to contribute. And in larger groups, it's really hard to do that, especially for an introvert. I think in a larger group, just
Yeah.
just as soon kind of sit back and just listen and kind of let the conversation go. I feel like there's accountability in a small group where you can share where you are and listen to other people and contribute to that and help out. I love that format. That is so helpful to me.
Mm.
And so that I think for me that's been the biggest thing, just to encourage me to step out and keep growing and keep moving forward.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, and I totally understand and put off doing a group for a long, long time. I was
Mm,
just doing one-to-ones for a long, long time, and because I've been in a few other groups myself and experienced it, and I was like, I do not want to have a group
hmm.
like that. Just so many
Right.
experiences that weren't great, and I just didn't get the help, and I was like, oh my goodness, do I really want to do that for other people? And I was like, yeah, I want to try and serve people in the best way I can. So yeah, the way that I think the way that we do it now works really well because obviously you've got your own access to the program online, but you also get help in the group
Hmm.
and you also get help individually on WhatsApp as well. So yeah,
Right.
you always
Yeah, I
have.
appreciate those daily messages, checking in, and
Oh, you're
it's
welcome.
encouraging. Yeah,
Oh,
I
you're
appreciate that
welcome.
very much.
Yeah, because it sometimes you do feel quite alone, don't you, when you run a business? And I just
Hmm.
want people to feel like you're not on your own. I'm here. You can
Right.
talk to me anytime,
Yeah.
so if you want
Yeah.
to reach out. And I think, yeah, I think that helps a lot. Definitely remember times in the past when I was younger and trying to grow a business on my own and just feeling so alone and wishing that I'd got more help myself. So
Hmm.
I think that's what it is. I just want to try and do the best I can for other people so they're not feeling like that. But yeah, I'm glad you're
Yeah.
enjoying it anyway and having a good time and progressing really, really well and very quickly. So yeah, well done. I know you're juggling a lot and you're doing a lot at the moment. So
Hmm.
yeah, well done. And yeah, being consistent is really a big part of your success, I think, from what you've
Right.
done so far. So well done. There's a lot of people that will say, "Oh, this week was really busy. I didn't have a chance to do anything or whatever." But if you can still have that non-negotiable time, it's funny because I talk to a lot of people all the time, and some people think, if they've worked a full day and they can go and watch Netflix. And
Right.
I'm like, well, yeah, you can, but is that really going to get you to your goal?
Yep.
So, sometimes it's good to do, to put your priorities in the right order and go, right, have I done my homework this week?
Right.
Have
Yeah.
I,
It's
yeah,
just a matter of choice.
it
Yeah.
is.
How
And
important is that dream?
that's it. And it's only
Mm,
often it's short-term pain, isn't it, for long-term gain? So it's
exactly.
short-term, a little bit of inconvenience
Yep.
and a little bit of, okay, I've got to try and juggle something rather than rather than give up on your dream. It's so much easier to go, right, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter what it takes.
Right.
I'm determined and go for it. So, yeah.
Yep.
Have you got any advice for people that are thinking of doing the program? Do you mind me asking you?
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. I mean, time is one of those things that just goes by so quickly. And I think if you do have a dream, you have a vision for a better life, better business, just take that chance now. Just do it now. Don't waste any more time. I know I wasted years and years just thinking that it was going to get better, that it was going to improve just for whatever reason, and it did here and there, but there was no consistency. So, I just encourage people to swing for the fences, just swing hard and do your best and lock in and just trust the process because it works.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, amazing.
Hmm.
And onwards and upwards. I know
Yeah.
I think you're on the next phase, aren't you? Of sort of putting together
Hmm.
your own unique offerings. So
Yeah.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thanks, Kevin. Thanks for sharing all that
Yeah.
because it really
Thank you,
helps.
Helen.
It really helps, like other people understand what it's like, and um,
Right.
yeah, that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
Yeah. You're welcome. Thanks, Helen. Appreciate it.